Hello, welcome to Greatland Corporation's quick overview of Yearli Performance. Yearli Performance is a cloud-based filing program that will help any business easily and securely complete their year-end W-2, 1099, and 1099-5 forms. This is a quick overview of the product. If you want a much deeper dive and want to look at each of the sections more in detail, I provided a walkthrough of Yearli Performance, and you can get a hold of your sales rep at 800-968-1099 and request a link for that walkthrough. You can find out a little bit more about each of the sections, plus our company a little bit. But for now, we're just going to get started with looking at the product. For some of you who've used Performance before, this may be a new look and feel for you. This is a new interface this year. Not to be scared, this is a much easier navigation through the product. We also offer support and help as you go along. And once a product goes live, we'll actually have kind of this walkthrough overlay that you can utilize if you're needing some more support through the product. And for some of you, it may look brand new. Either way, though, this is the home section. It's the filing home. It provides a clean navigation. At the top, you have the home, which is where we are now, the forms, which our forms are in progress there. And you have the e-file, which you can see right now. I have some work in progress in the e-file. Or you have e-file history, which shows you the history of your forms that have been submitted, and the cart, which is where you submit and pay. And then, so looking here at the home, you have your getting started. What is that? Well, getting data into the product, right? You can do form data entry by clicking on this button. You can choose from previous payers that you may have filed before if you've used the product. Or you can create, like just typing in a payer, recipient, and form data that way, saving it, moving it into the form section. Many of our customers, though, use the import template. We do work with software companies such as Workday and NetSuite, QuickBooks to have a little easier integration of data from their software into Yearli Performance. But we also have our own Excel doc spreadsheet that you can download by the form type and fill it out and then upload it to the product and bring the forms in that way. And also you can do corrections here. And this is the e-file history. This is the most recent history. And you can look at the detail through here, but it also will show the status of a rejection or corrections as needed. This is where you'd see that. So over on the left-hand side, we have My Account, which would be where you would store your passwords, make any changes, your credit cards, different payer libraries. Messages is simply that, any messages needed for the product deadlines. Manage team, tin matching, print forms, and reports are all features that are not included in Yearli Performance. However, they are in Yearli Premier, which is an upgraded product. If you're interested in that, you can click this button in the bottom left, or you can call our sales department and ask them to demonstrate that or send you a video on that too. It allows a lot more for flexibility. If you have multiple people, employees working in a product for different reasons, then you'd want to have Yearli Premier for the team management, tin matching, and also print locally. Yearli Performance is a bundled product. So when you submit, it's submitting to the federal, the state if applicable, and the recipient copies are being printed and mailed to them. So it's a full fulfillment in that area, and it is not a la carte. So it is a bundled product. And so it makes it very simple and easy to use per form pricing with form discounts, the more volume you use. So if I were to, let's just pretend we brought our data in here, and we're going to go to forms and we'll take a look at that. First, I'm going to hop into this e-file area though, and I'm going to delete my files out of this section here because I want to show you guys what it looks like back in the forms section of this product. Okay, so once you have either you keyed in your data or you brought that in through the import, these are the forms. So the forms are basically your payers. This is your payers, and then inside the payers are the recipients. So let's take a look at Dave's Autos, and we can see here that he's got a couple of recipients. We can edit those, we can delete those, but they also shows that they're ready to go. Okay, and from here, I have two. You could have hundreds or thousands. You can search by tin or name. You can e-file them all at once. You can go one by one. You can delete a selected. There's a lot of flexibility within this screen and the screen as you dive into the forms list of each recipient. Okay, so if you're looking at this and well, this doesn't look right, you can delete it and try over again by importing it or keying it in if that's the case. Things look good here. I was expecting to have Dave's Auto and Dottie's Donuts, so I'm going to go ahead and push it over to the e-file. This is where it's going to show you what services we're going to provide for you based on the data set. So this data set includes federal filing and recipient reporting, which also includes online retrieval if emails are included. The state is unavailable only because this form data set does not have state data in it. If it did, we would file to the state also, and the price would not change. It's $16.47 for the 3 forms that we're filing through here. The more forms you have, again, the volume discount. You can also edit online retrieval emails by adding more in. Like for instance, here, I can see if only one of my recipients has an email, the other 2 don't. I could add them in here so they would get that email then of their form. It would be like a secure portal, they download it. So let's go to the next step here. Work is needed. We will find out if there is. There is not work needed. The majority of work needed here is going to be a state recon. Since we're not filing to the state, it's not going to ask for that. You would just go in. I think it's asking things like filing frequency and things like that. The next thing would be a 1094 when filing for ACA. But for now, we're good to go. So let's go to the final review. And in the final review, we see this is our time to really take a look and see, is this what I expect? I expect 2 recipients for Dave's Auto, 1 for Dottie's Donuts. If I'm not sure, I can look at the reports and the forms and see what they look like, see if they match up with what I'm expecting. I can also do a payer report. Not a big deal for me to do a combined payer report right now. I have 2 payers, but if you have hundreds, it might be a bigger deal for you. When we're ready, though, we add that to the cart. And here's where we're going to pay for it and submit it. A credit card, which I've stored in my accounts, coming over here. And if you'd like to, you can also use a prepaid code at this time too. Or what you could do is you can edit a card too. Like right now I can see I have a declined card here. So I'm going to come in here and I want to go ahead and edit my card and see what's going on with this. And I can go ahead and save that. I don't know if I saved that or not. And you can make changes. A prepaid code would be used if you want to be invoiced for the amount. You could call and get a code from our customer service department here. Okay, so this is where at this point you would submit your order. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to submit an order to the IRS right now. You submit that, and it would submit all these forms. And once they're submitted, you could go to e-file history, and it will show you the forms that have been submitted here. You can look at the detail in here, and it can show you the status. It gives you a nice green bar to show you the statuses of when it was sent to the agency, when it was confirmed, and when it was accepted, when your mailings were sent. You can download and print forms after you filed them. You can also do additional filing services or resend an online retrieval. So then it's completely submitted at that point and good to go. So that's a quick overview of the product. It's that simple. You simply bring the data into the product, you bring it through the forms section, you bring it through the e-file section, and then you go into the cart and you click file and you're good to go. We appreciate your business. We hope you move forward this year for filing through Yearli Performance. If you have any questions, please call 800-968-1099 and we're happy to help you. Thank you.